best wrestling podcast in the world. Fact. The road-wearing original Pete. The believing. Power of positivity. Keeping it Rollins. The Summit. Fact. The homicidal. The genocidal. The ECW loving. Daring Young creeping. Mr. No Days Off. Scott. Fact. The biscuit and gravy eating. Naomi loving. Lunatic craving. The melting pot. JP. And you can bank on that. Fact. The Bailey hugging. The interrupting. The Jaeger drinking. Mouth of the Carolinas. Will Stevens. Fact.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I miss you, Darren Young. Little Steven, Darren Young, in a evening gown match with Pat Patterson. Little Steven gets a little French Canadian in him. Jeff Hardy's going to face Jay Leno in a steel chairs match. People are just jealous because I got skills.
Here's my issue. Is it worse to get beat by one midget or three? Little Steven in a beer drinking contest with Naomi. I have this big issue with people. I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Just kept it Rollins. Jimmy Hart.
Chirpwave.
X-Pac against Little Steven in a microphone on a pole match. Anything can happen. Lightweight. If you don't want it, then don't bark it.
We're three-man band. That's horrible. I don't want to make you look bad.
You're fired, sir. When you want to hear me mess up, they're in Radioland. When you want to hear me not mess up, I did not know that. Wow. Wrestling with attitude. When you want your beer, awesome.
Forget Trump 2016. Forget Cruz 2016. Forget Hillary 2016. And definitely forget Bernie 2016. Jump on the bandwagon for David Arquette 2016 WWE Hall of Fame.
WWE.
Why not? I mean, if we're open...
Cat 16. Arquette 16. Arquette 16.
If we're putting in these other guys, why not put David Arquette in?
Dude, that's
awesome. Actually awesome.
Hey, let's put Vince Russo in there as well. Come on.
Nah, we got to draw a line. So, I'm sorry. Anybody that comes up with Viagra on a pole match.
He's not allowed in.
By the way, the two worst minds in wrestling, thank you, Mark Madden and Vince Russo. Mark Madden, I hope you watch the show because, I would love to have you on to say how stupid your ideas were.
Mark Madden, I'm a little sorry that we keep bitching to you every week on the show because we shouldn't. Because I don't know who you are and I don't care.
You really don't know who Mark Madden is?
I don't want to know.
You don't remember
I
WCW
know the guy
2000?
that wanted to make... that guy. Yeah. Do referees go into the Hall of Fame? No, but they should at least.
No, that's not true.
No,
Hefner's in the Hall of Fame.
Hefner is in the Impact Hall of Fame.
No, he's in WWE.
No, he's not. He's not in. There is not one official. There's not one official in the WWE. There's announcers, and that's it. There's no actual ring officials.
We'll start down on Wrestling Attitude 2. 2016 Earl Hebner Hall of Fame.
Nah, he won't because Impact just put him in. They're not going to do that. Then they'll be copying Impact. They don't want to be copying Impact over there.
Well, the Dudleys will be going in when they retire.
I think the Dudleys, I say you give them a good 5 years.
Well, Bubba needs to be
The next time WrestleMania is in Philadelphia, they'll put them in.
Or up north.
Yeah. Or New York. Anywhere near there, the Dudleys are going. No matter what.
You're probably right. Once in a while, you're right.
Teddy Long was a referee,
that's
then
right,
manager,
and
then be yeah, but he's not in the Hall of Fame either. No. He should actually. I agree with that. Teddy Long should be allowed.
Actually, I will say here's one in Houston, here's one. I'm gonna say next year. No, this year in Dallas, Texas. The one that should be in the Hall of Fame this year, Vicky Guerrero. Why is Vicky Guerrero not in the Hall of Fame? I do. Say what you want. Think about Edge and think about, just think about when she was the general manager. Vicky should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. No, it's just people agreeing with you, really. Right. Shawn Michaels was a referee. Thanks.
We're going to go back to
Thanks for that. Well, then that means Stone Cold was a referee as well, okay? So, we've got referees.
Terry Taylor was a referee.
Oh, my God.
Why not? Terry Taylor should be in the Hall of Fame.
What, the Red Rooster?
Yes, he was a referee.
You know, the Big Show trained Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor trained Big Show.
Get it right.
Triple H did as well.
That's right.
Tyson was a ref. No, he was. He was an enforcer. Ken Shamrock was a referee. Hey, that's a
Billy Gunn was a referee. What's your point?
Woo is indeed.
I mean, Tully Blanchard.
Tully
referee.
Blanchard was, yeah.
Gilbert, referee.
So, yeah.
Let me get into Raw. What?
Tori Wilson. All right, now we're going too far here.
No, she was a great ref. This week's Raw, in case you didn't watch it, neither did. No, I did watch it. They were from Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, I know. I love Chicago.
Oh, I got mad at the
Shane,
sign.
Hold on. Shane comes out. What sign?
There was a sign right when they started. It goes, there should be a Royal Rumble in Chicago. No, Chicago, you don't. You know what? We don't get anything here in Charlotte.
Chicago's a great city
I
for
don't
wrestling.
care.
You have to go to Chicago.
They get
for
every
pay-per-views.
other pay-per-view. They
Right.
don't need a
They don't
freaking-
draw like Charlotte. They draw a lot better than Charlotte.
But
does,
I don't
man.
want to see
You
a
can't
Royal
admit it.
Rumble in Chicago.
Why not? Anyway, going back to more important issues. Shane McMahon comes out. Vince comes out. They go back and forth. I love to CM Punk chant came when Vince is talking. He actually didn't say it. It's finally stopped. But still going,
Of course, it's still going. They're in Chicago.
We'll talk about it more. I know, but you still get it nowhere where you go. Vince sends out security. That's, of course, Shane out of the arena. Shane beats them up. And also, Vince stomped on a pitcher.
Yeah,
Woo! That cuts family ties right
that'll
there.
show you.
Yeah. Then we got Kevin Owens versus Adrian Neville. Finally, we have a good match of Kevin Owens. This is a guy that should be fighting Kevin Owens. Neville.
Well, yeah.
Owens wins with a roll up. He pulled the tights. I didn't see anything. He attacks Neville. Sami Zayn comes out and saves Neville. In case you didn't know, on SmackDown, there was a tag team match. The Miz and Kevin Owens against Neville and Zayn. Kevin Owens walked away because, he and the Miz got beat. What?
Yeah.
I love this, man. You say what you want. Not Neville. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have that chemistry. They have the it.
They do. Those two have the... The problem is, though, I feel if Kevin Owens does go with Neville, is that Neville isn't like... Neville's going nowhere right now.
No, it's going to be... You need to see what you got with Neville. You need to see if he can be that guy. We were talking about it earlier today, me and the Melting Pot. The problem is with Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Okay? He has such good chemistry with... What?
Nothing.
He's got such good chemistry with Kevin Owens. Can he have the same great chemistry and matches with other people? Yeah, and that's the big problem. If he stays healthy, can you put him against Adrian Neville and have great matches or a great rivalry?
Yeah.
That's what makes Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, different guys. Well, I ain't going to say Roman Reigns. All really good because they have great rivalries with other people. What?
No, who was great with Cena? Could you repeat that?
Kevin Owens? Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
If you're talking about Kevin
that's
Owens,
true.
He was great with Cena.
No, and that's where I'm hoping Neville will actually bring. Oh, Zayn. Zayn was great with Cena too.
Well, that was very. You can't say that.
Yeah,
that
no.
was one Raw,
But the
and
match
we never
was
got.
good.
No, the match was good. I'm talking about a rivalry.
Oh yeah, we want to.
We
see the
know
rivalry.
Sami Zayn can do a good match, but he have a good rival
Well, I
with
think-
other. Well, hold on, with other people than Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the problem. That's what makes Seth Rollins good. Dean Ambrose, they can have good
can have
rivalries with other
rivalries.
people.
Yeah.
If you go to Dean Ambrose, compare Dean Ambrose rivalry against Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns rivalry against Brock Lesnar, which one was more entertaining? It was Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. No, true. No, see, that's why I think the Intercontinental Championship should be a triple threat.
It's probably going to be I heard it might be a ladder match.
I don't want to see it a ladder match again. I don't want to see it again. I think it should be, if it is, should be a triple threat in my opinion. It should be Neville, Zayn, and Owens. It should be all three of them.
Agreed.
If you want to put them in a ladder match, put them in a ladder match. They're all great in ladder matches.
Actually, I would not a three-way. I would do Fatal 4 But
Who would you add? I don't want to see the Miz.
I would add Tyler Breeze. If I'm going to add somebody, I would add a wild card. I don't want to put Miz in it. Here's the problem with this match, though. I don't want to see a fatal four-way for this.
What? No to what? Tyler Breeze? You don't want to see Tyler Breeze in that?
You got to see what he's got, if he can do anything.
I agree.
Tyler Breeze, you brought up to be on the main roster. You gave him one match against Dolph Ziggler, and then you buried him.
Yeah.
So we don't know what we got with Tyler Breeze.
True. We don't.
I mean, we need to give these younger guys like a month to see what they do in a rivalry against other people.
We do, and we don't get to see that. So, that's the problem.
I mean, look at Neville. Neville came up. He had, 2 matches in a rivalry against Bad News Barrett? Yeah. That's it. Or King Barrett, excuse me.
Owens is really the only one that kind of broke the chain. People need to earn
Curtis
it.
Axel.
Tyler doesn't yet.
Earn what? He's not been on TV.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. See, Tyler hasn't been on TV.
If you look, the problem right now in WWE, you got Ambrose that's on TV 3 times during the show. Okay, Rollins did that before he got hurt.
Yeah.
You remember he was on Raw 3 or 4 times during the show. You need to have these other guys in a rivalry and see what you got.
Yeah.
If Tyler Breeze ain't on TV against somebody and you put him on TV as a jobber, that's not a rivalry.
No.
That's just burying the guy. That's like Zack Ryder you buried. A different story, but, still. So, anyway, can we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Then we got Stephanie backstage with Ziggler. She books Ziggler versus 3 members of the League of Nations. No one cares. What?
League of Nations, no one. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we go back to League of Nations. The reason nobody cares is because you got Del Rio, okay, with you did nothing. You put Bad News Barrett with him, or King Barrett, excuse me, and you don't do anything with any of them.
Yeah. Well, the problem I don't like is that King Barrett has already said many times he's leaving the company. So if you're going to leave the company, but
heard that.
That's the thing. Like it's like make up your mind, but they're not using the guy. He's apparently still injured, but he's not injured. So tell me why are you doing this?
Well, we'll talk more about League of Nations because they had a big part in the Raw. Then we have Brie Bella versus Summer Rae. Lana comes out, distracts Brie. Summer wins with a roll up. Lana hits Brie with face first.
Basically, X-Pac move.
Well, it's what Brie. It's Brie's move because she does the.
Oh, she used to do that.
She still does it.
Oh, right.
That's how much you watch her matches.
So what? Lana's a wrestler now.
Supposedly she's not ready to wrestle, but okay.
You don't really care about it?
No, it's Brie Bella. Where are you going with this story?
You think that's a bad story?
I mean, you're not going to put Brie Bella with Daniel Bryan against Rusev.
No.
I mean, so what are you going to do?
What, you're going to have Daniel Bryan in the corner for no reason? He can't wrestle.
You could have him come out with her in a match, but who cares?
I wouldn't care.
I mean, who really cares about Brie and Lana? Here's my problem with Lana. You've never seen her in the ring, and you'll put her in a match against Brie Bella, who doesn't get a reaction now?
Nope.
Okay, let's bury her. Then we got Ambrose comes out, gives a great promo. Triple H comes out. He books Ambrose versus Wyatt Part 8 for end of Raw. What?
Part 8.
Yeah, it seems like it. Then we got Ziggler versus League of Nations. Sheamus wins with a bro kick. Becky and Sasha backstage. Listen, the League of Nations is not working, and I'm a big fan. I want it to work, but it's not working.
I knew it wasn't going to work, and the reason I knew it wasn't going to work was because of Del Rio.
Well, the way they introduced it was horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, you brought out, you brought Del Rio back. You put him as a U.S. champion, and then all of a sudden, hey, he's in a group. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, while he's trying to do this Mex-American thing.
Then you put King Barrett in the group. King Barrett wrestles one night, and then he disappears for 3 weeks.
Nah.
And then he comes back, and he walks out with them 1 week, and he goes to the side, but he's never involved in anything. So it's like, what are you doing? And then Sheamus gets hurt when he's the champion, and it just kills that too.
I kind of agree.
What's that?
Those guys are better single competitors and can be WWE champs. They can.
No, they can't.
I mean, you
just-
have 2 former WWE champs, or 3 former in the group. Rusev's the only one that's never been a WWE champ.
Well, no, Barrett's never been champ, the world heavyweight champ.
Yeah, he's been a WWE champ.
No, he's not been WWE
when
champ.
he was facing Orton, remember, with the Nexus thing and all that, he was champ.
He didn't win the belt, then.
I thought he won the belt.
No. He's never won the
All
belt.
right, well, he's a world heavyweight, though, right?
No,
Wasn't he?
he's never been a world heavyweight. He's been an IC champion.
Okay. Well,
and
still, they've
tag-
all been champs in some
Right.
form. So they're not bad. It's just that was the problem. They had nothing to do with these guys, and they put them together.
Well,
that was the issue.
The issue with this is the way you introduce these guys together. I mean, you just threw them together out of nowhere and hope they would go together.
Just
And
didn't ask questions. It was stupid.
you should have added one at a time.
Yes.
You know, 1 week you add this guy that he helped beat somebody else. Then you add.
Kind
But
of like
he
how
just-
you did with the Hart Foundation in the Attitude Era. Like
Right,
1 week
yeah.
somebody comes out and helps them. Next week another guy comes out and helps them. And then it's like, you could have led that up to a
Well,
pay-per-view.
You took Del Rio away from the Cena rivalry once Cena got hurt, and you did a 360 and you did something else. What's that?
If you think about it, how many guys can go in WWE title apart from Lesnar, Reigns, and Ambrose?
Can what?
I'm trying to remember. Like, it goes by so quick. It said, like, how many guys can go for a title reign without Reigns, Lesnar, or Ambrose that could actually hold themselves up? I get what you're saying.
Without Ambrose,
Reigns, or
and
Lesnar.
Lesnar?
Well,
What, being as a
Can you
champion
repeat the
against-
question? I didn't get to read the whole thing. Sorry about that. It's too quick.
Well, you got to pay attention.
I am.
Then we have Becky and Sasha versus Tamina and Naomi. Sasha wins with the bank statement. R-Truth backstage with Goldust in a pizzeria.
Love it.
Yeah, of course you would.
I love Chicago. Oh,
Do you-
poor Henry.
Do you remember what happened? Yeah. Do you remember what happened with Goldust and the Ascension? You remember they wasn't sure if they were together or,
You
they
mean
teased
Stardust
it.
and-
Stardust. thank
Okay,
you.
I was like-
yeah, not Goldust. You remember what happened with them, right?
Yeah.
They would do vignettes for like 6 weeks. Or no, was it Goldust and Stardust? They acted like they were together. Not.
Yeah.
You're waiting too long to put people together.
Can you name apart from Lesnar, Reigns, and Ambrose any more guys that are in the picture for the WWE title
Right now?
right now? Yeah, Mr. Candlelight asked that. No, but you got a point on that. Like, I mean, there's not really a lot. Like,
Well, everybody's injured.
yeah.
And if
I mean,
you look
Sheamus was in the title
Listen,
picture for a second,
yeah, you
but
can't do Sheamus.
You can't do
You
that.
can't do Sheamus. Not in this story again. Not with the League of Nations. Not with this character ain't working right now.
There really isn't anybody.
Well, you backed yourself in a corner. If you would have had, we'll say this 1,000 times on the show,
Oh, God.
if Bray Wyatt would have beat John Cena 2 years ago at WrestleMania, Bray Wyatt would be a viable candidate to be champion right now.
Can we make that a
You
button?
could make him a champion right now. But it makes no sense because no one fears him because he always loses. By the way, he'll lose this Saturday to Brock Lesnar at Roadblock.
No way.
I mean, hey, why not? Actually, after this, I got some theories I'd like to.
I don't
throw
know.
out.
He needs
we'll
an
talk about
opponent at WrestleMania.
But well, no, we'll talk. We'll talk about that later. But to answer your question, Mr. Candlelight, not right now. Even AJ Styles, I wouldn't put in the world heavyweight title picture right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, there really isn't anybody.
You need to build him up to the heavyweight title. I mean, Money in the Bank, and then he cashes in something like that.
I want to put Kevin Owens in the title picture, but you can't.
You can't. You got him
You
in a
can't.
rivalry because you're selling yourself short with the Sami Zayn rivalry that they're
Yeah.
gonna have going.
But I think this is a good way because this is a way to pass the belt to Zayn, and then whoever holds that belt in like Money in the Bank, Kevin Owens is going to be in that rivalry. I'm telling you, Kevin Owens is going to SummerSlam either as champion or
he-
going.
oh, yeah.
Like by the time Seth Rollins gets back, and that's going to set up a feud with those two.
Well, yeah.
telling
next year's WrestleMania is going to be unbelievable.
Dude, it's
if
gonna be
you
awesome.
do it right. Because I saw something the other day of Finn Balor against Seth Rollins and all these other dream matchups, which would be great.
It's going to be good, man.
We'll see, though. But as far as right now, heavyweight champion, who, dude, I mean, Brock Lesnar,
No Ryberg.
no Ryback. Ryback doesn't need to be champion.
God.
We'll talk more about that, though, because I got some theories for WrestleMania that I think will work out.
Okay.
New Day versus Y2A Jax. New Day wins after a Big E hits the big ending on Jericho. Jericho turns on AJ after the match.
No
way! I mean, we didn't see that coming.
Well, what made me mad is you make shirts and then I don't even get a day to buy them.
No, you
like,
didn't
come
get
on,
the birds.
guys.
Then on SmackDown, the Ascension helps Jericho beat up AJ Styles. So, rumor, we'll see what happens. Maybe at WrestleMania, AJ and the Bullet Club or the Bulletproof
But
against the Ascension and Chris Jericho.
But that doesn't make any sense
Why
because
not?
isn't the Dallas Takeover? Isn't the guy debuting at Dallas Takeover against Sami
Supposedly,
Zayn?
no, that's Austin Aries.
Austin
That's
Aries.
a double.
Okay.
Totally different.
No,
story.
but isn't the other guy Nakamura? I thought Nakamura.
Nakamura was not in the Bullet Club. He fought AJ Styles in Japan. AJ Styles was in the Bullet Club.
Okay,
So-
so no one from the Bullet Club has like they haven't really leaked about going to NXT.
Well, the rumor was, that Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, the tag team of the Bullet Club, was going straight to NXT and then Raw. Okay, but now the rumor is they're going straight to Raw. So, and supposedly the night after WrestleMania is the target date, supposedly. So we'll see what happens.
I could see it, man.
Well, why not bring them out this week on Raw? Says, you know what? You got your guys, I got mine. Even though I don't like the Ascension being in this whatever, it doesn't make sense with Jericho. It makes more sense Stardust being with the Ascension.
I would love to see Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. Yes, sign me up.
Oh, no, that would make sense.
Sign me up.
But you got Jericho in the storyline. Jericho doesn't need to be in the storyline.
He doesn't need to be in the story.
Jericho is...
But if this is a way, to bring in the Bullet Club, I am all for it. If
And-
they do it right,
Right.
I'm
And
okay with it.
They'll probably call it the Bulletproof is what they've been saying.
Oh, because they don't have rights to the Bullet Club.
Yeah. And then Jericho backstage with Renee Young. Kalisto versus Breeze. Kalisto wins with Selena Del Sol. Say what you want. It was a decent match. At least we're seeing
All right.
other people.
Here's my issue.
Okay.
And please, people on Periscope, please talk to me about this. Look, here's my issue with the Kalisto and this United States Championship. I see no storyline for WrestleMania. Why am I not seeing a storyline?
You will. You're seeing it now.
I know, but it's just like, I mean, you got less than a month. WrestleMania is in 3 weeks.
I know. I'll be there.
That title has not been being used properly. You're right, Mr.
No,
Candlelight.
it's
It's
not.
not being used properly. They're giving it to a tag team guy. Now, if they want to give Kalisto a push, that is fine.
The problem is they didn't think Sin Cara would come back that quickly. And he did. And
I would have just kept him off TV.
I-
Just kept the guy off TV.
I would have took the title off of Kalisto.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio Jr. 3.
Well,
Rey Mysterio 4, I guess, or whatever it is.
so what is it going to be? Well, go ahead and
Well, no, let me finish.
say what happens.
Ryback interrupts. It's Ryback versus the Chains, Curtis Axel, with Social Outcasts.
The chains, 4 links, one chain.
Yeah. Ryback wins with Shell Shock. And in case you didn't see, after the match, or during the match, he did go to sleep. Did you not see it?
No.
Yeah, he actually did that to the Chicago
Did he
crowd.
really?
Yeah, he did. Hey, I gotta give him big. I gotta give Ryback big ups for doing that. All right, and I'm a huge CM Punk fan, but you're in Chicago. All the junk that CM Punk has talked about Ryback, why not?
Oh, man.
Why not get the free heat?
Oh, man. I don't know though. That's one of those things that you don't do though.
What do you mean? Punk went on his show with Colt Cabana, okay, and said how bad Ryback was.
Ryberg again.
Ryberg, yeah, how bad Ryberg was, and everything else. So why not? I
guess.
actually, the one thing I've ever liked Ryback doing, that was this about it. And I'm
Are
a
you
huge,
serious? That was it?
yeah, I'm a huge CM Punk fan, but I loved it. Then we have Vince with Stephanie backstage talking about Shane. Ambrose versus Wyatt. The rest of the Wyatts come out. Triple H comes out. Ambrose hits Dirty Deeds on Triple H to end the show.
And he took that like a champ. Did you see the way he laid him out too? Like Triple H looked dead after the match. Like,
Well, of course he did.
no, but it was a like just those two
He can sell.
are so good.
Who?
Just Triple H and Ambrose are so good right now. Just the rivalry between those two are awesome. I just wish we would be seeing this now. Like at first, I wasn't a fan of it. I was on the Reigns train. I know, but
Wait a minute. Were you on the Reigns train?
on the Reigns train.
Was it Rollins?
It was Rollins. It was Rollins with a lunatic fringe at the caboose. Anyways, I have no problem with this. It's just the thing is I feel like this rivalry means nothing because right after Roadblock, you're not going to see these two in the ring ever again unless Triple H keeps that title by some reason. Then maybe Triple H has a rematch at Extreme Rules. That's fine. But I don't see Ambrose being in the title picture at all with this.
Why not throw a wrench and everything?
Okay.
Listen, Triple H Ambrose, why not throw a wrench and everything? You're 3 weeks away from WrestleMania.
Okay.
Have Dean Ambrose beat Triple H. Listen to me, have him beat him. Then have Triple H, Reigns, Ambrose, and Lesnar in a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania. Why not? Why not?
Well, the problem
That
is,
would make it more entertaining than what we're going to have.
oh my God, yeah. It would be great. The problem is that
Because
you go ahead and you already set, like if they did not set up the whole Lesnar and Ambrose thing, then it would have been fine because then you could change
that.
the title.
You
picture.
can change that. I'm just saying, if you do a fatal 4-way with the 4 of them, okay, it can be some suspense. It can be because if it's Triple H and Roman Reigns, we know what's going to happen.
Well,
It doesn't have to be Roman Reigns.
Mr. Candlelight says he totally agrees, but why Lesnar?
Because he's in the storyline.
Okay.
He's in the storyline already. Okay?
Yeah.
He was at Royal Rumble. Okay? You could do a 3-way. Okay? You could do a 3-way at WrestleMania, but it's not going to be as good. A 4-way would be better.
I think you do
because if you do a 3-way between Ambrose, Reigns, and Triple H, it's not going to be as good. Well, actually, it could be, but I don't know.
Sean, I mean, it's a crazy idea. I wouldn't put that in there. Make it a fatal 5-way and add Bray Wyatt. Yeah.
Why not?
No.
Bray Wyatt ain't got nothing to do.
I mean-
The problem is you don't give Ambrose should be fighting for the world title at WrestleMania. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody agrees with that. I don't know anybody. There's some people out there that said Ambrose is terrible, and I totally
No one
disagree
has
with that.
ever said that. If they
No,
did,
they have.
they are lying. They're lying through their teeth. You want to know why? Because we all like Ambrose.
If you listen, he's getting the biggest pop of anybody right now, and that includes Roman Reigns. So I just why not have a fatal 4-way? You ain't doing nothing with Bray Wyatt anyway.
Yeah, you're not.
I mean, unless you put Bray Wyatt in the match, shake things up a little bit though. That's the reason I don't like these live events, is because nothing's gonna change.
That's why the live events are there.
Now,
Man.
the other thing that could happen, Lesnar could cost. Most likely, Lesnar's going to cost Ambrose the title at Roadblock.
Yeah,
Okay?
and then it's going to
you'll
set it up. And
Right.
It's stupid.
And Lesnar's going to destroy Bray Wyatt at Roadblock. Why not have Bray Wyatt beat Lesnar at Roadblock? Or at least in a double DQ or double count out.
Well, it would have been right, and I'm sorry, but I'm kind of mad they didn't do it. Should have had like this whole Bray Wyatt and Lesnar thing and have the Wyatt family interfere somehow and make it some kind of like 2-on-1 match at WrestleMania, which would have been a lot better than what we have now.
All right, so who wins at Roadblock? Is it going to be Ambrose or Triple H?
I got to stay with Triple H just because it's Triple H.
I agree. WWA, Wrestling Attitude, would do it differently, but okay, just saying.
No, I know.
Lesnar and Bray Wyatt. Lesnar.
You know what? I'll throw the curveball. Bray Wyatt.
You think Bray Wyatt's going to win?
You know what? Give him a push. My gosh.
And then last but not, we're not last, the Tag Team Championship, New Day versus League of Nations, Sheamus and King Barrett. King Barrett's going to wrestle. Oh, my goodness gracious. What?
He says Lesnar by disqualification, Mr. Candlelight.
I can see that.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, okay. Well,
no, Lesnar by DQ. I can see that. I think you could work these guys in the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
Who wins the Tag Team Championship? New Day or League of Nations? Sheamus and King Barrett.
Sheamus and King Barrett?
Yep. He's going to wrestle against New Day. I'll answer this real fast. New Day.
New Day.
All right. And then the NXT Tag Team Championships, the Revival. By the way, I like the name. I like the tag team.
I do like
against
the
Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy.
Well, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
How you doing? That's who I'm going with. Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Their time has come, and they
I
deserve
agree.
it.
You need to go ahead and get them the titles or split them up 1-2. You can have a great rivalry going forward. Real fast, we got some. What?
Yeah, I wish Sean was like Ambrose wins the belt, and then there's a 3-way at WrestleMania. I mean, we've been talking about it.
That's what, or a Fatal 4,
or a Fatal 4. It
Fatal
would be
5.
awesome, but I just don't see it happening.
I know it's gonna be. I don't think it will either, but it'll be more entertaining than
It'd
watching.
be a lot more.
We haven't seen Roman Reigns in 3 weeks,
and we haven't seen a
he has
Fatal
surgery.
4-way in forever for the belt.
2000 WrestleMania 2000.
Bring
Triple
it back.
H, Mick Foley, Big Show.
Oh, look who was in that match! Triple H. So let's bring it back. You got the guy direct traffic. He can direct traffic, and he wins the belt again. Boom.
You know what time it is?
Jam.
You know what time it is?
What?
It's time to say goodbye to some people,
Oh,
or
no.
at least one.
What? Who?
Mr. Kennedy of TNA has left the building.
Mr. Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy was at a local show, I guess international local show, independent show, and said he is done with TNA. Actually, so that's not exact words, but Mr. Kennedy is done.
If you'd like to hear his exact words, please go to our Facebook page because we are not liable to say those exact words here at WWA.
Mr. Kennedy, there's rumors he might go back to WWE. I don't see that happening. He's got he had a bad relationship with Randy Orton and other people, and he's 36, 37. I don't see it unless you put him in NXT to wrestle somebody bad. I wouldn't bring him back.
I'd be okay with Mr. Anderson coming back, but you know who he would have to face?
Who?
John Cena.
No, because you can't see him.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad ideas, let's talk about another one.
How was that a bad idea?
It's a bad idea. He's not one of the guys I would bring back.
Yeah.
New Day at WrestleMania 32.
My God. You're the only one that doesn't like this idea.
Please let me know if you guys, everybody, ladies, gentlemen, ever who, let me know if you like this idea. At WrestleMania 32, New Day is talking about doing something big. Their idea of big is to ride unicorns, yes, I said unicorns, around the AT&T Stadium. How they're going to do this, I don't know. You know, helicopter, get some horses together. I don't know.
Well, Mr. Candlelight agrees with you. Come on, Sean, agree with me. You know
It's
you want to see
horrible.
it.
I don't want to see them on a unicorn.
I do.
There is no such thing as unicorns, okay? In
You just don't
Fairyland.
believe in magic, okay? You don't believe in magic. You, sir, need to believe in magic.
I am the power of positivity.
You
here.
believe in magic.
All right, and, you know, No.
Oh, geez, whatever, Sean. You're supposed to be on my side.
Listen, they're talking about coming to the ring on unicorns.
No, okay. Here's my reason here. Donkeys with fake horns. Absolutely, that would be awesome.
Look, if you want to be on a donkey and you put a unicorn on them, okay, and they ride it to the ring, I get that.
And they got to wear cowboy hats for some weird
They
reason.
are talking about flying around unicorns. How they're going to do it? You gonna get some donkeys, tie them together, and fly them around the stadium?
Why not?
Are you serious?
You just don't believe.
No, I believe that's the worst idea I've ever heard.
Look, here's my thing. I understand what they're trying to do.
What?
The smoking guns will help them ride them. They'll help him. Yeah, let's bring them back for that. No, look, here's my thing, is that I do believe, I get it, New Day really wants to make an impact at this. Absolutely, they should. They need an awesome entrance. They're just trying to make a cool entrance. Now, in my opinion, since you're in Dallas, what you should do, come out to cowboy hats, act like cowboys, wear all of that stuff, you know? Come out and riding horses or something.
With a unicorn on the
Serious.
front.
Yeah.
I get that. That would be
That's
okay.
fine.
That would be funny. But flying around unicorns.
They'll make a
would be
video
ridiculous.
promo with the unicorns. Yes, they will.
Yeah, they will.
Yes, they will.
But anyway, that's some of the wrestling news. Are you ready to go into what ifs? Why he's cracking his knuckles? I don't know.
Crap.
Too dirty to clean my act up.
All right. and
Look forward to that part of the day.
I know that's your most enjoyable moment. Let's go. This one's going to go to Texas. We were talking about the Von Erichs earlier. What if Kerry Von Erich continued on the right path? And yeah, if you remember in WWF, he was the Texas Tornado, and he had, say if he didn't have the problems he did with painkillers and different things. What?
We'll answer that what if in a minute.
All right.
That's a good one. I actually
we'll
like
do
it.
that one next. What if Kerry Von Erich kept he was an IC champion. If you remember, he won the IC belt.
He would have became a WWE champion. We would have saw maybe what time was he there? WrestleMania, like what was
Right, the one that we always try to forget.
8?
Yeah.
WrestleMania 9, Hogan versus Von Erich.
Really?
Yes.
WrestleMania 9?
Look, here's my thing. I think Von Erich could have been one of the next big stars. Heck, think about how cool it would have been seeing Von Erich in the Attitude Era. Dude, that guy was huge. I mean, just like him and Shawn Michaels in a match, or him and Bret Hart in a match, him and Yokozuna. I don't care. Him during the New Generation and all that. Him versus Big Daddy Cool. Come on, man.
Well, no, you said a good name. Him and Bret Hart, and here's why.
Okay.
Family versus family.
Ooh,
yeah. Because there was so much tragedy. Actually, both families.
Yeah.
You think about the Hart family. You think about the Von Erichs. There's a lot of similarities.
WrestleMania 9
well, hold
right
on,
there.
before you go. Think about Calgary Stampede Wrestling in Canada. Yeah. Okay? You think about that. You think about the Von Erichs down in Texas. Similar. Very similar. Their daddy, huge star in Texas.
True.
The Hart family, Stu Hart, huge in Canada, huge all over. But there were, and think about where people went to wrestle. Think about Texas and the World Class Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
A lot of people came from there. Think about Stampede Wrestling. A lot of people came from there.
That would have been
eerie.
really good. Yeah.
It's really eerie how close them two families are.
Yeah.
As far as a lot of same things.
And they never collided.
No. They
Never collided at all.
But if you look at the two families, they are very similar.
Wow. I agree with you. That would be a hell of a match.
He would be. Imagine the rivalry. Imagine if everybody was stayed alive and everybody was think about Kerry Von Erich, Kevin Von Erich, David Von Erich, okay, against Owen Hart, Bret Hart, Bruce Hart, whatever.
Yeah.
One of the Harts. It don't matter. The only two Harts that matter were Jim Knight, Anvil Neidhart. Fine. I'll put Neidhart in there. British Bulldog.
Any of the two Harts.
I think British Bulldog differently. I know he was part of the Hart family, but I think differently.
I understand.
You know,
well, you think of him as the Bulldog,
Right,
Because that's who he was,
Right, he's the Bulldog.
Yeah.
Even though he's part of the Hart Foundation because he married in.
Of course.
I'm talking about blood and but you could fine. I'll put the Bulldog in.
Okay.
All right, you got the Bulldog, Bret Hart, Owen Hart against Kerry Von Erich, Kevin Von Erich, and David Von Erich. Dude, that is a 6-man tag team match.
That would be cool.
That would have been amazing, and you probably see that in heaven. But
And-
those matches would have been outstanding.
Another thing that would have been awesome, if Kerry Von Erich did well and would have stayed the course, Michael P.S. Hayes would have been earlier in WWE.
You mean in WWE?
Yes, and then
The Freebirds.
I
Well,
think you
they-
would have saw.
Well, the reason you didn't see the Freebirds is because Gordy and Rogers passed away.
No, but just Michael P.S. Hayes is a singles wrestler.
He was never a singles wrestler, though.
No.
Really. He was
Well,
always part of
him
tag
and Jimmy
team.
Garvin could have.
What, being singles? No.
No, but came to WWE at that time.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it would have, and then you get Kerry to be with somebody, and then boom.
Well, yeah, I mean, if
That would have been awesome.
Well, no, if Kevin or if Kerry was alive, David could have wrestled with him because David was David was the technician of the family.
Yeah.
He was the one that knew the ring, how to go about a wrestling match.
Yeah.
He was the smart one of the group.
Yeah.
Just like Bret Hart was the smart one of their group.
Well,
But Owen Hart was more talented.
oh yeah, no. I mean, I think the
Same
dream,
thing with Kerry Von Erich was more
the
talented.
dream match would be Owen Hart, Bret Hart versus
Kevin and
Kevin and Kerry. It would have been just dream match, in my opinion.
Well, not just that, though. You go back and watch David Von Erich. I'm telling you, David Von Erich was
Oh, he was
really
great.
in the ring.
He was good in the ring, but
He
it's
was
just
great in the ring.
you know.
Kerry just got it because he was bigger, he was more muscular, and he was just, what?
David Arquette was the technical wrestler of the family.
I would disagree. Actually, Courtney Cox Arquette was the technician.
Well, let's
was the other
answer
one?
some other. All right,
was
so we
the-
had two real quick. I want to say Mr. Candlelights for last because it was good.
all right.
One, NWO versus Dungeon of Doom. What? Did you say?
really a
Or, I'm
question?
sorry, Legion of Doom.
NWO?
NWO versus the Legion of Doom.
Is that Hogan,
Yes.
Hall, and Nash
Yes.
against the two members?
Yes.
Or is there a third member of Legion of Doom?
Sure.
Droz
Put
is
Droz in there.
Droz is technically the third member of Legion of Doom if you
Sure.
watch the matches.
Put Droz in there.
NWO.
Okay.
I just
That leads me into my next one.
NWO, man. How do you go against NWO?
That leads into Mr. Candlelight's question.
What?
What if Droz was never the third member of Dungeon or Legion of Doom? What if he was never part of Legion of Doom? What if I guess what he's asking is if that never happened, what would you do with the Legion of Doom?
What would you have done with Legion of Doom?
Mm-hmm.
Wrote them off TV a year earlier.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, no offense, if you actually watch, he's probably reading our tweet.
Oh no.
He's reading our tweet. But going back to his what if, all right? If you, and listen, this is hard.
Oh no, it's not. This is easy.
Listen, no, because I love the Legion of Doom. I love the Road Warriors, man. But what you saw in the Attitude Era of the Road Warriors was not.
Okay, I read it wrong.
Oh, what?
He
Of course you did.
meant Dungeon of Doom. Dungeon of Doom versus NWO. If like Kevin Sullivan, like if they were the last standing
Oh,
faction.
that's easy.
NWO.
NWO in a heartbeat.
Why would you ask that, Sean?
The only one that you said I thought you when you tell me Sean wrote it. I thought you said Mr. Candlelight did.
No, Mr. Candlelight wrote the if Draws was never part of Legion of Doom.
If Jaws was never part of Legion of Doom, they would have took them off TV earlier. All right, because if you remember correctly, and Hulk was bad he was already drinking.
Yeah.
He's drinking all the time, but really he was alcoholic during that run. During their sunny run, Legion of Doom 2000.
Oh, even before that.
Well, no, that's when it got worse, and it wasn't the same Legion of Doom that we saw in the early 90s, the early 80s and 90s. Yeah, it wasn't the same.
No.
So it kind of tarnished it a little bit, and it's sad. It's one that watching what they did to the Legion of Doom with Draws was embarrassing to me. We talked earlier about top 8 things that they did completely wrong in Attitude Era. That should be in the top 8.
You think so?
Because having Hulk fall off of Jumbotron because Draws pushed him was horrible. And having him show up drunk, and I'm not a big fan of seeing, just like Scott Hall, when he showed up drunk all those times in WCW. I'm not a big fan of them really doing reality like that.
Yeah. Even though, because that's where it got real to me, especially because I didn't like it because it was like, okay, is this really happening or was this scripted in a way? Because it just felt real. And
one thing with wrestling, no matter what, a part of it is real.
Yeah.
There's always anything that happens in life, pretty much, it is real. Some part.
Yeah.
Some part of it is the truth.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it because it tarnished their Legion of Doom to me.
Yeah.
Their career. It's like Michael Jordan. I don't want to hear about all the bad stuff Michael Jordan did.
I do.
Or, the same thing with Legion of Doom.
I understand. I understand.
I want to see, they're my idols growing up.
It's a legacy. I get it. The best thing about the Attitude Era was Double J Jeff Jarrett versus Mae Young and the Fabulous Moolah.
Of course.
Of course, Sean.
Don't say that. Do we have anything else? Is that it?
No. Hey, guys, thanks for the what ifs this week. That was awesome.
That was good.
All of them were great. Stay tuned for next week.
We're not done yet.
Oh
We're
yeah, we got
wrapping
some this week in wrestling.
I'm trying to get there, but you're ending the show on me.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Wow, man, that's great. I'm telling you. Let's go into this week in wrestling history. Bruce Pritchard, Brother Love, was born in Pasadena, Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, one we didn't mention, I'm getting ready to. Nikita Koloff was born Scott Simpson in Minneapolis, Minnesota. One that you talk about greatest 6-man tag teams.
The Russians?
The Russians. Back in NWA.
Why aren't they in?
Right. Rick Steiner was born Rick Steiner in Bay City, Michigan. TNA held Destination X in Norfolk, Virginia. 2007, Big Cat Ernie Ladd passed away at age 68. Mae Young was born this week in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. There you go, Sean. This week, March 12th, Kenta was born in Japan.
Kenta?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hideo Itami.
I know.
Okay.
By the way, we miss you, Hideo. You better get better.
He'll be back soon. Let me see another one I got here. March 13th, Arnold Scanlon passed away at age 82. And last but not least, in sad news, Andrew, what?
365 million years ago today, the dinosaurs were killed by a meteor. Never forget. Thanks, Sean.
And last but not least, Andrew Tess Martin passed away at age 33. I was saying 83. 33 after an overdose.
When you were talking about the three great, you said the Russians, Mr. Candlelight said Demolition.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's another one that's not in the Hall of Fame yet. Surprised. Or not surprised.
My question for you: if Demolition goes in, does the Repo Man go in? Ooh. I mean, technically, he does go in.
All right, if the Repo Man goes in, then Duke the Dumpster Drosy will go in. See, same thing in a way.
All right. Well, that's great. You got anything else?
No. Thanks for listening to the show today, guys. That's all I got to say. And thanks for all your awesome periscoping.
And remember, 2016 Arquette Hall of Fame.
Arquette, 16. Arquette, 16.
And last but not least, we're going out on a 3 count. See you later.